Inside Man. Allegations of secret recordings, leaks, and internal surveillance at Waterbury Police Headquarters raises serious legal questions. The Waterbury Times Investigation Desk published March 19th, 2026. Waterbury. Allegations made online of secret recordings, internal leaks, and the misuse of sensitive law enforcement information are raising serious questions about leadership, accountability, and public trust within the Waterbury Police Department. When those allegations resulted in the arrest of a Waterbury Police Sergeant, those questions may soon require answers offline. While no sweeping criminal charges have been filed against department leadership as a whole, emerging details, including a recent arrest of a Waterbury Police Sergeant, suggest potential systemic issues that may extend beyond a single individual. At the center of concern, whether members of the department's inner circle engaged in conduct that could violate both state and federal law. Secret recordings in Connecticut law. Connecticut is a two-party consent state under Connecticut General Statutes 53A-189, meaning all parties must consent to the recording of a private conversation when there is a reasonable expectation of privacy. Legal experts note that if private meetings or internal discussions were recorded without consent, such actions, if proven, could constitute felony-level eavesdropping. However, whether any specific recordings meet that legal threshold depends heavily on context, including whether the conversations took place and whether participants reasonably believed it was private. Leaks, data access, and criminal exposure. The issue of internal conduct intensified following the February 2026 arrest of a Waterbury Police Sergeant accused of improperly accessing and sharing confidential information with a retired officer. Authorities allege that sensitive law enforcement data was accessed and distributed without authorization, conduct that may violate both state computer crime statutes and federal law. If similar behavior extends beyond a single case, it could point to a broader pattern involving the misuse of police databases, tools intended to protect the public, not to be used as leverage or currency. Potential federal civil rights concerns? Beyond state-level violations, legal analysts say that the situation could raise federal concerns under 18 U.S.C. 241 and 18 U.S.C. 242, U.S.C. being the United States Code of Justice. These statutes apply when government officials use their authority to deprive individuals of constitutional rights. If recordings, surveillance, or leaked information were used to intimidate, target, or unfairly impact individuals, such actions, if substantiated, could fall within federal jurisdiction. Legal experts caution, however, that these are high-bar charges requiring proof of intent and demonstrable harm. Pattern or isolated incident? The central question remains: is this a case of isolated misconduct or evidence of a broader internal culture? Allegations of officers recording one another, coupled with improper sharing of sensitive information, suggest the possibility of a coordinated pattern of behavior rather than a single bad actor. While it is too early to draw definitive conclusions, such patterns, if verified, could elevate the matter beyond internal discipline into the realm of conspiracy or systemic misconduct. Why outside agencies may be needed? Calls are growing for an independent review by outside agencies, including the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Connecticut State Police. Key concerns include conflict of interest. Local departments may face limitations investigating senior leadership within their own ranks. Scope of authority. Federal investigators have the ability to subpoena records, audit communications, and seize digital evidence. Public trust. Allegations involving internal surveillance and data misuse strike at the core of community confidence in law enforcement. A department under scrutiny. For residents of Waterbury, the issue goes beyond internal policy. It touches on the fundamental question of trust. If those entrusted with enforcing the law are found to have violated it, the consequences extend far beyond the department itself. At this stage, many questions remain unanswered, but one thing is clear. The seriousness of the allegations may ultimately require answers from outside the city. The Waterbury Times will continue to follow this developing story. I am DM Livingston, the Waterbury Times. Matters that matter.